Hey guys, Super Mouse here, and you're being watched.
Ugh, that's frightening. Hey everybody, it's Lee.
Yeah, this time there was no Glimmer. Why is that? Because he was hiding back here, and I totally guessed it. I will freely admit to totally guessing that it was behind the left window.
So he's letting strangers walk into his house while he's waiting outside watching them.
And I remember Chugga Conroy ranting on him being behind the window, like him just running behind his house, something like that. But what that bugged me is, if you look through that window, you'd just be in this maze here. Not that difficult.
You would not actually.
Oh. Okay, this one you wouldn't, but the other window, which I believe he also hides behind, you would be. But now, this is the strength maze.
You'd think you'd see this part of his house from outside.
And I don't have strength. Right. Who did I give strength to? Since so long since I recorded it.
Wait, do you have Rono with you? I think that might be it. Yeah, Rono has it.
Yeah, I gave it to Rono, and Rono's not here. Be right back! And whenever I think of the 5th Trickmaster Maze, this is only the 4th Trickmaster Maze, but whenever I think about the 5th Trickmaster Maze, it's always just like,
this is frustrating.
It's the quiz.
Because this is something I can do literally nothing about. I gotta wait to get Rock Smash. That's like going to be an imperative move for me to learn. And what boosts fighting type moves? Do you have Black Belt? Is that it?
I believe so. Off the top of my head, I don't know. The only one that I know off the top of my head is something that Chugga mentioned that was, like there's a certain trainer that the 5th time you rematch him, like the 5th time you use your Pokemon to rematch him, one of his Pokemon will be holding it and you can thief it away. And we're back. Hopefully with 10% less fail.
Only 10?
Well, I'd say it was only a few percent fail, so just forget it.
Needed Rono's muscle.
I don't even know whether to go for that or not.
I would.
It's a battle and it might not be fail. Well, there's like this, I can brush aside with one finger. Apparently this guy trained under a Chuck.
And Chuck trained under a waterfall. I love Leaf Blade so much. There was random fact that I just remembered. Makahita has a lower catch rate than Hariyama.
Yeah, I remember.
Every time I see one, that's the first thing I think of. Because I think it's hilarious.
I don't blame you, it kind of is.
Because Hariyama is just so much better. It's so weird to me.
Maybe they were already planning Coliseum and they knew that you would have a Shadow Makahita.
Non-Coliseum, I've actually had playthroughs where I have failed to catch the Makahita.
So have I, actually.
That one's harder to catch than the starters, it seems like.
Nah, I doubt it. I bet the starters. Starters have a catch rate of 45.
I've had more issues though with that. Well, at least
it was male. Yep. Alright.
At least it wasn't orange male.
Oh wow. I just seriously call it that chick.
She's nearsighted.
Yeah. Doesn't stick Rono in front since Rono's fairly close to leveling up the wall. Yeah, holy cow, you actually have to get right next to her.
Nearsighted. Okay, and I found the Sableye. Do you care if it's a female or a male?
No preferences.
Because I can't weaken it.
Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get Rono out of here since that's since it's quite weak to fighting. That is probably have a fighting move.
I'm excited for getting a cast form. This team's going to be really strong. And I'm keeping it, yeah, I've already decided that once I get it spinned, I'm keeping it. I want a Spinda on my team.
Man, it's a little bit early to be thinking about it. Read a whole gym battle early to be thinking about it. But I was already thinking about other Pokemon that I'd like to use, like probably just permanently permanently retiring one of these and changing who I wanted to use. But
I mean, right now your team's pretty solid.
yeah, I've already got 6 members, but I've been considering just totally taking someone out. I haven't decided who yet. In exchange for different Pokemon. And I've been thinking a lot about it because the thing is, I'm not going to say who it is yet, but it's an overused Pokemon apparently. Yet I've never used it, so I figured it would be an interesting challenge. There's another nearsighted trainer. Oh, huh. I got lucky. Moving over all that way actually reset the strength puzzle, so it's just a little bit easier. Even though the only thing that would have been there is actually just a cosmetic change that does nothing.
What I just saw on the screen made me regret everything I've done.
Just realized
That Breloom made me think, and I realized that a mono fighting run would be way easier on this version of the game specifically. On 3rd generation, there are so many fighting types
yeah, but
that just occurred to me.
Breloom itself, that you've got to realize is it's quad effects bar. It's quad weak to flying. Not great.
There's a new way.
Oh boy. Yes, this is the. They actually made the puzzle a step easier by having one of them already. Like instead of the push this one up, push that one up, and then push this one to the side, they had already pushed the 2 up for you. Trickmaster is cool. You say that now, and yet the next maze, the maze after the 6th gym, is my least favorite of them. Ah, you made it to me? You're sharp. It took me all night to shove in those boulders. You're almost my equal and greatest by 1, 2, 3 places.
He's not Count Chocula.
Excuse me?
I'm the only one
Wrong
who remembers
count.
those commercials.
Wrong count.
No, I'm right. I know what I'm talking about.
Bag is full again. Because I
Basically.
picked up that mail.
Basically, any vampire on old media sounded like that, and that's the one I think of. I know it's the Count, but still.
Yeah, I was... Man, Leaf doing this monotype normal run has got me thinking about trying a water type run, which will not be on camera unless you guys really beg for it. Then maybe I'll start it over at whatever point that is and record one, maybe. Okay. I'll go ahead and do a mark instead of pause. Actually, I need to do both, so I'll just start with the PC here. But yeah, a monotype water run would be interesting because there's so many interesting water Pokemon. Like, you start off with your starter, the Hoenn starter, Mudkip. Its top form is water ground, which only has a single weakness, grass. Then there's also, there are other things like, there's,
There's Surskit.
there's Surskit for water bug, although that's only Ruby and Sapphire.
There's another Pokemon that you've yet to see that's also got the water ground type.
There's Tentacool, which is, Tentacool is water poison, and it's also a nice special wall. But there is just so many, there's so much potential.
this Pokemon is a Loudred, and it's the only thing I've gotten with anything other than a Pokeball.
What'd you get, man?
Premier Ball.
Okay.
I always like catching them in those, and I don't know why I do.
I mean, whenever I buy Pokeballs, it's always in stacks of 10. And that reminds me, I need another stack while I'm here.
And on this run so far, I've been selling Ultra Balls for money just because I don't really need them. Because I'm not going to be I'm in a chunk of the game where I'm not going to be catching much of anything.
I'm just going to overstock on Pokeballs real quick.
Because I can't remember how long it'll be until I find my next normal type, honestly. I've got a huge break to just work on the team that I've developed so far.
And you've already got several members. That's usually considered a bad thing, because you've got more stuff to train.
Well, I mean, the fact that I found a Skitty early on was very lucky. So, not complaining.
If Skitty's going to be your annoyer, isn't it?
Probably. I don't see what else it would be good for, honestly.
Give me my Smoke Ball. Okay. It's essentially a, the Smoke Ball is essentially an item that you give to a Pokemon that, if you give it to a Pokemon, and that Pokemon's your active Pokemon, I'm using these few terms because why not, then you can, then you will always have a chance to escape from battle. So now that we've finished with that, we head on to Route 103. Remember this place? Well, we can now complete the circle if we wanted to.
You could have done that earlier for a quick shortcut when you were back here.
Except for the fact that I wanted to go through Dewsbury.
It's true.
But this, over here, is the part of Route 103 that is just north of Oldale. So that's a nice shortcut. You don't have to take that long route if you don't want to.
I can't remember. Oh, no, yeah, I do. That's a comment on something about Steven's whereabouts in the point of the game I'm at, and then I remember that it doesn't really matter as I go here at some point.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, when he's in Dewford Cave.
Yeah, but like, you're being very vague.
Yeah.
I hate it when a battle like this happens, because a lot of the times if I'm not specifically concentrating, I'll lose my train of thought. Let's see, now that we're here, we can go up and search here because there's a gap in the little, not exactly a fence there.
No offense.
And there is a rare candy here. Not bad, we're gonna have a bunch of these soon. That's really all that's up here.
Especially if you keep digging your party.
Yeah, no kidding.
Pick
I
them
mean,
up.
I need to go back.
I just got one from my Zigzagoon, actually.
Wow.
Oh, and now I'm gonna do the little revive thing with rare candies.
What?
If you have a fainted party member and you have a rare candy, you can use it on them and it'll bring them back.
Well, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. It's a little portable revive. I've seen people purposely bring them, save rare candies for the Elite Four,
Whoa!
where they don't have to waste revives when they're not in battle.
I don't need it, but holy cow. By the way, guys, you can find Pelipers out on the water, not just Wingulls and Tentacools.
Who knew?
I knew, but I forgot. It's only like a 5% chance of that, dude.
I think that's where I found I think that's where I got a Pelipper the first time I played Ruby. I just caught one. Found it, went, oh, that's neat, and got it.
Oh, this was odd. By the way, we are, I believe, either this episode or, probably the next episode, we are getting a replacement for Confusion, and once we replace Confusion with a move that we'll be getting in the next episode.
Wait, didn't you already replace Confusion?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Like, essentially, there's a move that we're getting in the next episode. I'm not saying what it is yet, but once we get it, I'm replacing Confusion with it. And that's pretty much going to be Roar's final moveset. Psychic, Calm Mind, Double Team, and one last move. And there's really no point to starting that move. I'll let you get this one here. Okay, so...
I love those.
Screw you, I'm steel type. That'd be interesting idea. A monotype poison run.
Those are hard. I've tried it. Those are hard. In Gen 6, it's gonna be easier. They've made poison a much better type, really.
I haven't really seen enough Gen 6 news.
They've made, just because they made the fairy good against dragon thing, and then fairy is weak to poison, which is confirmed.
Oh, did they ever?
Yeah.
Did they ever actually release the new type chart? 'Cause I never saw that.
I just know that it's been confirmed that poison is super effective on fairy.
I never heard actual confirmation. I
Well, I'm
mean,
pretty sure it's confirmed. I
the
saw on
the
a...
episode of Pokemon Snap they were trying to figure out its type. They confirmed that it's not immune to it, like steel.
I heard seeing an interview with a couple of YouTubers that had gone to E3 that they had said that poison's super effective in fairy, according to them. So I'm assuming that's right.
Well, we're now in Mauville, and what are you doing out of the gym, Watson? You never see gym leaders out of their gyms.
Except for Watson. He's old and senile, don't mess with him.
Oh, Miles, you look like you have a lot of zip. That's a good thing. Wah! Fine, I've decided. I need a favor, Miles. Mauville City has an underground sector called New Mauville. Miles, I'd like you to go there and switch off the generator. The generator's been running a bit haywire. It's getting unsafe. Here, this is the key to get into New Mauville. And we get the basement key. Don't you worry about it. It won't be a challenge to you. The entrance to New Mauville is just a short surf away from Route 110. That's it then. You have my trust. Wah! So we could do that, but I kind of want to see if there's anything on this route first, just because I was already saying that we'd get to spoilers. What I was talking about doing in the next episode is New Mauville, and I think that we're getting close enough to a decent episode late that I'd rather just run around and see if there's anything to do and like on the water, like if there's any places on the water anywhere in this episode, and then get to New Mauville in the next episode. So
I remember really liking New Mauville.
Huh?
I remember really liking New Mauville.
Yeah, I like the concept. By the way, Route 118, if you didn't want to do all the side quest stuff, you just want to keep going, surf here. But I'm doing side quests.
Switch from Let's Play to walkthrough mode for a few seconds. Now we're back on track.
Yeah, just to say, if you must just keep going, you can't stand another minute of side questing, then surf here. Other than that, back to side quests.
Still have to say on Pokemon games, I don't consider it, for some reason I still can't think of it like an RPG to where I'm like, okay, doing side quests, I'm just thinking playing Pokemon. It doesn't really occur to me that they've tricked me.
Yes, that was, what was that, an HP up? I wasn't paying enough attention.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Goodness, we're going all over the place.
Yeah, including back to the Pokemon Center to pick up Fluky. I was half expecting to get a rock to need to a Pokemon to jump out at me from that rock just to give me one more kick in the teeth. Let's see. Next place that I can think of there being water would actually be like, yeah, outside of Fall Arbor. So I think that we're actually done with this we're done with the vicinity of Mauville, so I suppose, depending on how much I end up cutting, it may be a little bit short, but I suppose it's about time for us to... Actually, we could explore down here real quick. New Mauville's down this way, and we can do the exploration back here. There's a secret base that you can get here, and I deposited Nana to pull out Ziggy, so I don't have secret power. Yes, if this was Sapphire, it would say Team Aqua was here, and if it was Emerald, it would say Team Aqua was here, but Team Magma rules would be scribbled over it. In other words, it's the graffiti sign. No, there's nothing if you surf down here, but to the right of Cyclic Road is what we're going for. Now he'll show us, she'll show us, her apparent lack of water-type moves. Come on, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Rono, stop! Rono!
Rono,
Stop.
please!
Get your act together.
Oh, he does, she does have a water move.
Hi.
Thank
okay.
you. We'll stop hitting himself.
Congratulations, Rono. You managed to dispatch a Wingle.
But yes, in the next episode, we shall be heading down into the depths of Mauville.
Oh no.
Miles out.
Bye, everyone.